Hello everybody and welcome to another tutorial in camera and lens repair. And this time a colleague of me asked me if I could take a this LAOWA D-Dreamer 12mm 2.8 for the Canon mount because, well, it has some loose screws inside, which I think, this is not a cheap lens, so and it really looks nice. But if we look here on the back, you maybe can see, to me, it's actually not good in that expensive. It's maybe the older version, I don't know, but still. So I will show you how you can fix that. It's very easy, actually. The lens is actually working pretty good, and nothing special about that. But we will take a look inside, and for that we will use 1 or 2 screwdrivers. I will first try with the 2.5mm JIS screwdriver, and maybe it will also work with the 3mm JIS. Remember that. Don't forget it. And we will probably use need some isopropyl alcohol and some cotton buds. And we will also need some thread lock. It will be the Loctite 222, which is the purple, the softest of those thread locks. It's more expensive for a bottle like this, but you will have it for years. I mean, I at least have mine for years. So let's dig into it. I have just taken a sneak peek inside the lens and find out what's really wrong. You could see it's too much. It's not the mount itself, which I thought at first, but it's more inside. It's some screws inside here. Actually, 4 loose screws. I mean, 4 loose screws in a very expensive lens like this. Not good. So the only thing we need to do, and it fooled me a little because I think, okay, could I take this plate, the inner plate, like many other Canon mount lens? No, because it's made of metal. Remember, this is a fully manual lens, so it, yeah, there's not much to say about that. The back lens element, you can see it goes in and out when you when you turn the focusing ring. So it was not there that was the case. So since there is no repair manual for this kind of lens, well, I think I will just go into it so you can see what's happened. One thing we start with is actually, you see the index mark here, and you with a marker, a permanent marker, just set a mark here. Because this, the mount, I'm not sure if it sits, but it looks like all 4 screws sits opposite like each other. So maybe the mount can be made set in a wrong position. I don't know. But it's better to set a mark than be very sorry. Okay, how does it? You could also say set it with a dot, but I just took the index mark, which sounds more, yeah, for me. So to take off the 4 screws here, it sits with old thread lock. Yeah, well, we need of course, the solution is isopropyl alcohol on a cotton bud. Nothing special about that. Just a good whip and dig and press it in so it can suck into the screw. The isopropyl alcohol will very easily come into the thread lock and soften the, so it can be more easy to unscrew the 4 screws. So let's see. I will try with the 3mm. Oops. You can see here it's a 3mm JIS. I will probably have a better grip than the 2.5. Well, it's not that much difference, but well, we'll try it anyway. It's not a problem, and it fits tight. And you could also, when you arrange the screws, you can see here it's some old white thread lock. So arrange the screws so they will sit in the same place like you unscrew it. So it's much more easy to take it out because of the isopropyl alcohol. So now we have it here. It's again same thing. So, and the other one, and there. Oh, I just forgot. There is one thing that fooled me a little. I think that you could just take out the mount, but there is a locking screw here. See that tiny one? We only have to loosen it just a few turns. So something like that. And I will show you why. Because if not, you'll not be able to take the mount off, because the screw sticks out a little. You can see here it's use a tweezer is very handy. And the last screw. So there. And of course we will add new thread lock. So now if I take it, let's go see here. So if you think, okay, I will just take the mount off, well, you cannot really, because of this little screw that hold the mount in place. I mean, well, it's just part of the locking mechanism on the mount. But if you loosen it a little, just a few turns, not fully unscrewed, it's not necessary. So we can just do that, and you have your mark. So we can just take it off. Whoa! See a lot of well, thread lock, and it doesn't really look good to me. So we can just wipe it away. So it's free of dirt. And now we can, with a wet cotton bud, wipe away the old thread lock here, and which is good. And there are also some metal parts in here, which is not really good. But yeah, I think it will be fine anyway. But it's good. It's better to wipe the old thread lock and other dirt thing away. And you maybe can, yeah, well, just wipe this away so we have one thing at a time. So yeah, we will have another go. And so there it is. I think we'll just take that away. So all fine. Now, then we take a closer look on this, and so we can see what's actually wrong with this. is not good. Those 4 screws that sit here, here, there, and there are loose. Really loose. Doesn't even sit just a little tight. So it is easy to turn, and we can unscrew one and see if there is any thread lock on. I mean, that's not good at all. No thread lock. I mean, there maybe have been a tiny amount, but well, it doesn't really seem to be that. So we can take all the screws out and see what's behind. There's just a sneak peek inside. I think it's not that hard. It's actually good to see what's inside some lenses. Well, there might be something, but no, it's more, it looks like metal to metal. So, not good. We can take out the last, see what's behind. And if it's possible to take out. Whoa! So now we can see in here. Okay, very, very interesting. I think I will tighten those 3 screws here too, because it looks a little messy, in my opinion, for a very expensive lens. And here you can see the aperture click function. See the little spring and the little ball, steel ball, and where does it go? How is it actually made? Well, very, very, yeah. Down here, I mean, it looks like the lens has been declicked because there is no click function on in the aperture ring. It's the aperture ring that moves, and but it doesn't really click on here. It looks like the steel ball is just put in here. Aha! And it might have been there, so maybe it's on purpose. They have put the steel ball in here so you can declick it, or you can put the click back in again. But you just need to take off the aperture ring itself, and you might have to push the steel ball from this side out again. I would think so, but well, I do not have a repair manual for this, but it was more dirty than I expected to be. So we can just clean it a little. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So that's some of those things I really like to fiddle with, especially where there is no repair manual. I think it's more like a challenge to see what we can do about it. Now, things looks fine here, and I can just wipe away the stuff that is sitting here. But it also seems like there has been some oil from the focusing system. Probably seems a little shiny. So yeah, but it's not the case here. I'll just wipe away where there is some stuff. So the lens actually can be useful again. just need some more cotton buds. Here. Yeah. To me it looks fine. I'll just check if those screws here sits. Not bad. They're fine. Yeah, no problem here. So I can just put the mount on again. The pin here goes into the notch here. Hopefully you can see it. This notch here. It's difficult when it's shiny, and it's yeah, here you can see it down here. So it just has to be put on, and the notch is there. So I just have to figure out where the screws has to sit, but it shouldn't be a problem. So catch it here, and you can probably see the screw holes. They will sit somewhere there. It's 2.8. Yeah. Yeah, that's all fine. So, yep. So now we can add some thread lock on the small screw, set screws. And of course it will be the 222. Oh, quite sticky. There. And yeah, we'll just go for it. I think we'll use the 3mm. We could just add a little. Oh. So doesn't have to be much, but I think we'll be okay, fine with this. And it doesn't have to be much. So then find the holes down here. So tighten it good. And so I mean, there's no need for over tighten it, because then you will just yeah, damage the thread. Come on, little fellow. But it has to sit good. So there. And the last screw. So, tighten it good. I mean, since it's the softest thread lock, there shouldn't be any problem with unmounted again if someone else wants to dig into it. See the little screw here with the lock. I mean, it locks in the mount on the camera. It goes through here, and it goes against here, which fooled me. So well, how could I know that? But now you know it too. And that's a good thing with share knowledge. So I can put the mount on, line the holes up, and put the thread lock on, screws. So, and be aware of knots. I think it's better to use the 2.5mm, but it's so there. It's better to not tighten it fully, yet at least. So, and so I think we have a useful lens again for the next many years. So there. And so there. And of course we don't have to forget the little lock screw on the side here, which we also can add a tiny drop. So it was a tiny drop. Going a little backward, now when you screw it in to catch the thread, so click, and then you screw it in. So now the lens is back at work and doesn't have to click. And see, well, it's not at all loose anymore. So that's not bad. I mean, the lens can come back to work and everybody is happy. Also me. So, and I hope you can use the same info for probably do the same in your lens. So that's all for me. See you in another video sooner. Okay, bye bye. Thanks for watching.